Question 1. What is talent management? Answer. Although there are numerous definitions, concepts, and methods associated with this term, our basic definition of talent management is a leadership process that enables the organization to identify and manage the totality of skills and competencies that ensure business success. There are two key concepts today regarding talent management. The first focuses on the management of talent, that is, emphasis is placed on nurturing and developing employees with the highest potential for contribution to the organization. The second focuses on the management of skills, that is, on creating an optimal match between the skills required for various jobs and the available pool of employee skills. Question 2. Which types of risk does talent management address? Answer. Talent management addresses two main types of risks: my star employees abandon me and the empty bench. The first risk, my star employees abandon me, is where they receive or even proactively seek job offers from other organizations, and when they find an appropriate offer they leave. There is also the phenomenon of emotional desertion of the workplace, where the employee has no plans to leave, but neither does he make an exceptional effort to use his talent to benefit the organization. In this case, the organization should manage the talent, that is, examine what motivates employees, what is important to them, and what gaps must be filled to develop the processes of talent nurturing and retention. The second risk, the empty bench, refers to insufficient successors to key positions in the organization, where an employee quits or is promoted to another job, but there is no one to fill his place. Even if it seems that there is a suitable successor for the position, it may take him a long time to become effective in the new job. A position that is not staffed may lead to loss of revenue and to a failure to achieve company objectives. In this case, the organization should manage the skills and competencies, map the critical positions and the skills required to fill them, and identify employees with the right qualifications. Depending on the mapping results, the organization should then create a pool of potential successors for all the key positions. Succession planning, addressing the skills and readiness of the employees. Question 3. How can I retain the talent in the organization during a recession and without a dedicated budget? Answer. The way to retain talent is the same in times of recession and in times of economic growth. In both cases, you need to consider the appropriate way to compensate your talents and identify what motivates him/her. The difference is the type of answers the organization is capable of providing during a recession versus the options available in times of growth. The answer is not always financial compensation. Some employees prefer to enrich their professional skills, some set the next job as their goal, and others seek to participate in a professional conference. During a recession, the solution for employee retention will revolve probably around professional development within the organization, mentoring by a senior company executive, exposure to cross-organizational projects, etc. Question 4. How do you run an effective employee development plan? Answer. A successful employee development plan must address three issues: personal development, group development, and career development. Personal development is based on the profile of the employee's specific capabilities. The employee's strengths and weaknesses are identified as part of the performance assessment process, and together with the employee, a plan is tailored for him to close gaps and fill in missing skills. Such a plan is usually built from a menu of options that include coaching courses, organizational experiences, mentoring, etc. Group development is intended to meet the common talent needs of a group, such as developing long-term strategic thinking, bringing about change, and more. There are organizations that send such employees for training, for example, to Harvard or INSEAD. Others stretch the process over an extended period of time, during which managers from other organizations visit and describe their experiences, and so on. Career development is needed to show the employee, who is part of the talent pool, that within a certain period of time, usually up to 2 years, it will affect his career. Organizations should avoid situations in which employees who took courses and underwent training are bypassed when there is finally an opening for a senior position and someone not in the pool gets the job. Question 5. Should talent management policies and processes be transparent to all company employees or only to the relevant population? Answer. When introducing talent management into the organization, the communication policy is always an issue on which management must decide. Any decision will have its pros and cons. Full communication of the subject can cause discontent among employees who are excluded from the project. However, if the communication refers to the possibility of employees joining the process in the future, it establishes for them prospects of development and promotion. In general, the degree of transparency on this issue will probably be similar to the level of transparency on other issues, since it depends on the corporate culture. In any case, bear in mind that creating a distinction between different groups of employees in the organization is in direct conflict with the principles of equality and social justice. A way to reduce tension on this issue is for the organization to practice transparency and to enact a strategy for talent management that clearly specifies the employee characteristics that are recognized as talent. When policies are clear and transparent, you are more able to address the feelings of dissatisfaction among the employees who are not included in the plan, and the issue becomes less emotional. In any case, the company should be prepared for such a process to cause a degree of discontent, and HR managers should be ready to deal with these feelings when the project is launched. Based on experience, when a top talent management plan is launched, you should also be ready to address other groups of employees, such as employees and managers in core and key positions whom the organization is interested in retaining. Expanding the number of participants in the plan appeases somewhat the feelings of dissatisfaction and places emphasis on motivating employees as part of an overall strategy of the company. Question 6. How do you deal with objections to talent management by employee representatives? How do you overcome the obstacles raised by strong workers' committees before launching such a systematic process? Answer. Ostensibly, employee representatives are supposed to oppose the process because it creates inequality and possibly a conflict of interests. In practice, however, there are many organizations in which employee representatives often cooperate and participate in the implementation of talent management plans. Before launching the plan, it is important to maintain a dialogue with employee representatives and emphasize that such a plan leads to the promotion of employees from within the organization, as opposed to recruiting new workers. This is naturally in the interest of the worker committees. Ultimately, it is important to remember that a business is not socialism at its best, but a balance between whatever can produce value to the shareholders, employees, and the community in which the organization operates.